It might just be me, but if I was living in a country where a new disease was having a bit of an outbreak, this game would not be my first choice. This game is enough to make you a hypochondriac. To clarify, China is having an outbreak with a disease outbreak with a new type of coronavirus at the moment. And for some weird ass reason, yesterday, on Wednesday, this was the best selling app in China. It's like, this is the game they chose to play while their country was experiencing a disease outbreak. I can't wrap my head around that one. The version of the game I'm playing is actually £4 from the Microsoft store on PC. That's where I got it, and that's how much I paid for it. But there are certain features that are missing from it. It's a bit stripped down, you see. But the PlayStation version, if you actually go to the storefront, it looks like it's called Plague Incorporated Evolved, and it looks like it has better graphics. It has all the content in with the package. That's £12. But I've already got it on PC. I've had it on PC for about 3 or 4 years, so that's the version I'm going to play here. First thing you have to do is pick a plague type. Now, this being the stripped down version of the game, there's only 7. There are additional plague types, like these ones here, but I can't access them because, again, stripped down. I'm just going to pick the bacteria because I want something nice and safe and boring. Got to name your plague as well. Onwards and forwards, let's kill everyone on the planet. So you have to select a starting country first. I usually go for somewhere in the poorer region because it's easier to spread outwards from that area. The richer regions tend to resist you a bit more, so I'm going to pick Central Africa, and the game has now begun. First case has been detected. So the balloons will pop up on screen. The red ones mean that you've got a new infection in the country. Yellow are additional bonuses for infecting a lot of people or killing a lot of people. And then late game you get the blue ones, and those ones, there's a yellow one. And the blue ones are to do with bonuses towards humanity's efforts to cure the plague. Pop the red or orange bubbles and you get DNA points. Oh great, straight away. Yeah, aeroplanes have upgraded their air filters, which means that my disease will find it harder to go through the aeroplane system now. I'll have to upgrade it to get past them. Right now, early days, it doesn't really matter too much. You can see all the planes and boats going all over the place, airports and seaports. And that's something else that makes this game particularly tricky, because countries like down here, Madagascar, Greenland, yeah, whatever. Those countries can only be accessed, both of them can only be accessed through a seaport. And very late game, the countries start locking down the airports and seaports, which means that you can't infect them. So we started in a poor country, so let's see. So this one, insect level 1, increases infectivity in hot climates. The blood one increases infectivity in poor regions. So let's go for that one first. So I've just made it a bit more infectious, because this is a relatively poor region of the world, is Africa. So if you're in any doubt as to that, you can select the country, click on its information, click the eye, and it says poor, rural, hot. So those are your keywords right there, if you're ever confused about what a country is like. So we've got over 200 people infected already, and bearing in mind the disease has no symptoms. It isn't doing anything at present. We're just... I can't take my hand off the mouse. But we're just sitting back and letting it do stuff at the moment, and the days and months are ticking away in the top right hand corner. Got quite a few more DNA points. Oh, new country has been infected. That's East Africa. 11 have been infected. That's 12. New infection in a new country. Again, the red balloons indicate fresh country has been infected. Your disease will mainly spread across the land borders. It takes a while for them to get to one of the air or seaports. Oh, right, this happens occasionally. Your disease will mutate. What that means is it gains a new symptom. Now, normally, your symptoms, you have to purchase them with DNA points. So this one, paranoia, costs 4 points. But if the disease mutates on its own, it gains one of these randomly, without you having to spend anything. Of course, that does mean the severity has gone up, which means it's more likely to be noticed now. What was that just went past? It said Terry Pratchett. Yeah. By the way, these news items actually... US President buys condo in Greenland, claims victory. These news items remarkably have stayed pretty relevant even through the 3 or 4 years I've had this game. The news items always referencing President accused of miming inaugural address. Sorry, I keep up with politics as well. My channel could easily have been a political channel. It's not going to turn into one. Humid environments and ship transmission. I believe that is the one I want. So this will allow me to boost my infectivity in humid countries. I always like to keep some DNA points left over. You don't want to spend everything at once because you tend to screw yourself over in the late game stages. By the way, I'm playing on normal difficulty, not easy, so, or casual, whatever it was. But I was playing this game half an hour ago and I still cocked it up on casual. I almost killed everybody off. Almost. Brexit sounds great, says Lemming. Brexit is not bloody great. Okay, no politics. No politics, please. No. I voted to remain. I've made peace with the fact that we're leaving. I'm not campaigning against leaving the EU. I'm just largely in. You know, it wasn't the result I was looking for, but I'm just like, moving on. I promise this is not going to turn into a political channel. Ooh. Bugger. That was a little bit earlier than I was hoping for. We've been detected. Over 7 billion people and I've nearly infected 100 million. Less than 1%. Let's have a look at the cure. No cure has been released. Key research contributors, research priority none. So I'll be alright for now. As long as my disease doesn't get too out of control, because the more severe it gets, the more severe the symptoms get, and the more people you infect, the more visible it becomes and the more of a priority you become for shutting down. Right, I'm going to upgrade the air. I'm going to give it the air upgrade so I can reinfect planes again. There we go. So that's counteracted the upgrade to the plane filters, which stopped me from spreading via aircraft. Oh, we got a new system coughing that will increase its infectivity. Because... Right, let's upgrade with the insect. Let's give it the insect upgrade. And let's give it the... let's give it the bird upgrade. It costs a few more points, but it might even it out across the whole planet. So you can see the red spots starting to appear in various other countries now. When you can visibly see the spots starting to go dot 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 dot, that's when you know your infection has properly caught hold. You can see this red gauge down at the bottom centre of the screen starting to replace the blue. Red is people that have been infected. Blue, very high levels of bird migration. I've already got the bird upgrade. No, I didn't know that was going to happen. So you can see now that there's these red dotted lines. And there we go, we've got 2 more. They're from the boats. And that means the boats are starting to take infected people to other countries, and we're now starting to get a lot more new outbreaks. There goes a plane with the red line. Australia's got infected. That's the UK. Boo! Where's that? Japan. I'm not very good at geography, which is why I'm having to click on everywhere. I had to click on Britain to know it was Britain, for Christ's sake. Actually, I wasn't sure if it was Britain or France that had gotten infected. Anemia. That's something to do with blood. In fact, I can just ask it. Anemia. Decrease in red blood cells or hemoglobin in the blood can lead to hypoxia in the organs, lack of oxygen. See, this game not only teaches you geography, but biology as well. I know where Madagascar is now, thanks to this game. I'm not joking. It's just there off the coast of Africa. I know that now. I didn't know where it was before. I watched the film and everything. I had no idea where the bloody hell the country was. So Africa is completely infected. And a lot of the rest of the world is starting to get infected. So here we've got a list of all the countries that have been infected and are completely healthy. So there's still quite a few left that haven't been infected. Caribbean, that's an island. Greenland, that's a real bastard, is Greenland. Because it's a very cold climate, your infection barely spreads at all. Very dispersed population, so that makes it harder. Plus you can only access the country via a ship. There's no land connection, and there's no airport. Right, global infection rate is over 2 million now. Got a load of DNA points here, so let's amp up a few of these. Let's increase the infectivity. There we go. Spend a ton of points to upgrade the infectivity. Another bird migration event. Good. So that should increase the infection rate globally. But, say, Greenland hasn't been infected yet. We're at 9% on the cure. 10%, sorry. More than 1 year, it's speeding up. Yeah. Research priority is now medium. How many more countries have we got to infect? Because that's the key, wrong thing. Infection spread summary. Greenland. That's the bastard, is Greenland. Norway, Sweden and Finland are landlocked. They're not a problem. Greenland is. Always Greenland. And if it's not Greenland, it's threat level increase. Good. And if it's not Greenland, it's Madagascar. I need a boat to hit that port. It's the only way I can get to that sneezing symptom. It'll make it more infectious, but I need infection rates to climb. The cure is increasing its speed all the time. Infection rates are starting to level off. Is Russia infected? Yes, Russia has been infected. Vomiting now. All of this is adding to the severity, but it's not adding to global research focused on a cure. I need Greenland to get infected. God damn it. Always Greenland. It's the only place I haven't infected at all yet. Oh, what was that? Hell. Canada has shut down its airports. Well, it hasn't shut down its seaports yet, but if it does, that's going to be a problem. Because Canada still has its seaport open, so does Iceland, so does the UK. Please, someone infect Greenland. Someone infect Greenland. CDC teams are hunting patient 0. Oh, great. Cure is at 45%. Greenland! God damn it. Am I being a bit thick here? I haven't increased the cold resistance. That might be why it's not infecting them. Oops. Because Greenland is a... There goes the infection. Now Greenland. Now everybody has been infected. Greenland has finally... How many people live in Greenland? Only 56,000, but it's enough for me to lose. Sweating, more dangerous in cold countries. Because the symptoms have been developing naturally through mutations, but you can purchase them as well. So I've just purchased that one to give it a bit of a bump in Greenland, because Greenland cold. Cure is at 58% and rising quickly. I'll go. Alright, Greenland has just gone nuclear. Oh, first death in Kazakhstan. The disease is now lethal. Immune suppression, that's what's killing them. Can be lethal. So Greenland has gone nuclear. Canada, we're still waiting on Canada to close in on patient 0, 75%. I think I've knackered it. Canada is not being infected quickly enough and the cure is developing too fast. People in cold climates especially vulnerable. Let's go for that. Pneumonia. I don't think I can win. Oh, CDC has failed to identify patient 0. Oop, what the hell? Hey! Oh, no, right. That's it. I was trying to click on the blue thing. 95, 96% complete. No. I've cocked it up. I can't do it. Took me too long to infect Iceland and everything else. The cure's complete. That's it. I've lost. No point even. That's irrelevant now. Because now all those infected people, that red bar down there, is changing to blue. I have officially... Oh, who cares? I've officially lost. I've been cured. Number of infected dropping. 2 million. 1 million. 500,000. 200,000. 90,000. 30,000. 8,000. 2,000. 580. Game over. I lost. I was playing on normal. But yeah, I lost on casual as well. It's an interesting game, is this? There's no ta-da moment when you win, which I quite like, because it's not exactly a serious game, but it's a far cry from something like, let's say, Plants vs Zombies, which is obviously trying to be comedic. As I say, there's different plague types. That was a bacteria, so it just had built-in temperature resistance. But you've got like the nanovirus, which starts off being detected, so stealth is out of the question. The prion, on the other hand, is a very stealthy infection hidden in the brain. So that one, you rely on stealth. I've infected 100% of the planet and kept on going. And kept on going. Without killing anybody, and nobody's noticed it. If you like this sort of thing, if you have a slightly macabre sense of humour, it's quite a good game. It is a strategy though, so you have to be ready for that. Okay, I'm going to stop wittering now. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe and share, all that jazz. See you next time. And China, you're still weird for liking this game all of a sudden, given your present circumstances.